Okay, anyway, this should be on a straight line. It should be on this same path going from C prime to C to the center. So these should all connect and be a part of the same thing, obviously, if drawn exactly correctly. So they are. So that means we did something right. If we had C prime way out here, then we'd say, well, okay, C's not on that same path. They should be on the same path to there. These hiccups are just killing me. Okay, so there's our image with that scale factor. And finally, the last problem here. Okay, I guess you don't want to erase. We have these 3 points on this triangle, which I drew. Looks like it says fun. So F, we want to use matrices to solve for this. So we have F, U, N. F's at -4, 0. U is at 5, 0. And N is at -2, -5. So we want to multiply this by a scale factor of 1/2. That means that we will end up making this smaller. It'll be a reduction. And this is on the center. The center's at the origin right here. So we don't have to manipulate anything to make this work. So we just get to multiply 1/2 into all of these values. I'm going to make this red. My transformed image, F prime, U prime, N prime, will be at the following values. 1/2 times -4 is -2. 1/2 times 0 is 0. So F prime should be at the coordinate point. This is x and y. F prime should be at -2, 0. Right there. U prime is at 1/2 times 5, which is 5/2. 1/2 times 0, which is 0. So U prime should be at the point 5/2, 0. 5/2 is 2.5. 1, 2.5, and 0. This is probably so fun for you to watch and listen to when I'm hiccuping in the mic. And finally, N, I do 1/2 times -2. I get -1. 1/2 times -5, I get -5/2. So N is at the point -1, -5/2, like that. Which is -2.5 again. I connect the dots. Let's make it red. Okay, it's already red. Oh, I'm not in pen. Let's make it red. Red. And I get that right there. So this is well, it's not half the area of the triangle, but the lengths from the center, this blue part right here, to every point. If I go from the center to F prime, that's 2 units away. This from the center to F, that's 4 units away. So the scale factor 1/2 basically says I've halved everything, every distance away from the center. This distance is half of that distance, etc. So that's what the scale factor does. This is how we do it with matrices. Multiply this scale factor by every entry in the matrix. Okay, here's some vocabulary to consider. Again, I don't know why this blue thing's here. Maybe I can delete it. It's just there. I can't move it or anything. I can move everything else but it. But some vocabulary to consider. I don't really know if we use the word composition, but I think everything else, tilings like tessellation, just different words that we use. Just things to look at, make sure that you know if they show up on a question. And finally, good luck. Maybe you'll end up more like this dowel right here. Maybe just advanced stuff. But yeah, just make sure that you practice these problems on your own, as well as looking at the solution guide or doing whatever else you need to do. And I really do apologize about my sniffles and hiccups and stuff like that. This is not in my control here. Anyway, if you do have any other questions, I think that's it. If you do have any other questions, just please feel free to ask during class.